Alright, here it is. The most controversial piece of guitar equipment, or should I say guitar adjacent equipment, the AeroBand guitar. I have it here. So this is a bit of a hard one for me because the reviews that have been uploaded are very negative about the guitar. And that's alright because they judge the guitar the way it is marketed, towards beginners and new players. And the day I received it, I agree with them. It's not something that I would tell you to buy if you're a beginner, or something I would recommend to beginners, because A, it's very expensive, and B, you don't get any string feel, and I'm not sure how it translates to a real guitar. But that's something we're gonna test, because I gave this to my wife for 2 weeks, and she's been practicing on it with lesson material I provided her, because you do not get any with the guitar. We're gonna see later how it translates to a real guitar, because I'm gonna surprise her by giving her a real guitar, and we'll see how that goes. So stay tuned for that. I received this from the company for free, so just so you know. They did not pay me to say anything, so I'm not being paid for this video. I just received the guitar. Alright, so what I would use it for, I think it's actually pretty cool. I'm a guitarist, but I love synthesizers, and I'm not very good at playing keys. I mean, I got a keyboard here, but I'm very limited. So plugging this into your computer and controlling your synthesizers with it is actually very easy to do. So that's something I really enjoy doing, and I'm gonna show you some of the results of that. So, while once you get it working, it works really well, it's not all great and easy. The AeroBand guitar comes with a nice USB-C to USB-C cable, right? And with it, it comes with 2 adapters that I got here. One is a USB-C to USB-A, or USB-B? USB-B, I think. And then it comes with another adapter that adapts that one back to USB-C. So you might be thinking, if I plug the guitar into my laptop that has USB-C, I will need the adapter. And you would be right, but not in this case, because if you're not using the adapter, it does not work for MIDI for some reason. So what I do is USB-C, convert it to USB, the regular, back to USB-C, and then it goes into the laptop. And I'm not sure why, but that's how it works. So that's pretty stupid, right? Because when I went to my band practice, I thought, you know, we could record some MIDI guitars or MIDI synthesizers with it. I'll just bring the USB-C cable, and it didn't work. And just now, when I tried to record something, it didn't work. So I cut out a few minutes because you didn't know, but when I put the adapters back on, it worked. So what the hell? What the hell? Alright, so let me just show you guys what's going on. I got my Logic Pro here with the project that you just heard. recorded everything here with the AeroBand guitar, including the hi-hat, kick and clap. Alright, so when I grab the guitar, plug it in with USB-C, and plug the USB-C cable straight into my laptop, as you can see here. No adapters. And I try to play something. You gotta turn off the guitar volume because it will keep playing its own sounds. Nothing. And sporadically it plays a note, but I can't stop it. I hear another note. The only way I can stop it is by pausing and playing. So when I unplug the USB-C cable, put on 2 adapters, and then plug it in. It works. Can you tell me why? I don't know. But anyway, so what you have here is a kick track. Excuse me, wrong track. Here, kick. That I recorded. Hi-hat. Clap. It all works, so that's cool. And then the pad. One of the lead sounds. So that's really cool, to play a synthesizer like you play a guitar. So what I wish they did with it was just add more sounds, like add synthesizer sounds to it. It really can be very cool if I can just use the plug here to plug it in to a DI and use it as a synthesizer, because as a guitar it's not very good, but as a synthesizer it would be pretty cool. I mean, this sounds bad, but imagine if I could have those lead sounds and just play on stage with it. Then it would be an instrument, but right now it really is not very instrument-like, and I would never take this out somewhere. Also, it does not, you can do hammer-ons and pull-offs, but not to the 0 fret, to an open string. I really miss that. Anyway, so add some synthesizer sounds, AeroBand, because then it would be really cool if I could just record those or play live with those in a band setting or something. And for controlling MIDI it's very cool if the cable wasn't so weird. If you consider all of that, I think the price, it's still very expensive, especially if you market it towards beginners. I would never recommend it, but if you market it to guitar players that can play other instruments in the way they play guitar, then I think it's pretty cool, and maybe the price wouldn't be so bad if it was a little bit cheaper. I mean, because the keyboard I have here was even more expensive and I used it for the same thing, and I had to learn new ways to play it, so I hope you know what I'm saying. But for the beginner part, let's check in with a very special someone with how they're doing with their practicing and how it translates to a real guitar. Well, welcome to the video.
Thank you.
Say hi to the viewers.
Hi.
All 10 of them. So I gave you the AeroBand guitar for 2 weeks now. What do you think?
It's the longest I have managed to practice guitar because my fingers don't hurt.
So the fingers don't hurt. It's a painless guitar.
It's painless, yes. So that for me was a very nice experience actually.
Okay. Well, they did say it was gonna be painless, but so it is.
Yes.
Okay. And can you? So I gave you some material to practice. Can you play something for us?
I'll try.
Okay. And before this, you never played guitar before?
No, I play piano, so that's different.
Okay, just to clarify, she never played guitar before?
Nope.
Okay. Well, and I was wondering how well it translates to a real guitar. So what you can play here, if you can play it on a real guitar too now. Because sometimes the strings don't register, or you're muting a string, and it still rings on this one. So I was wondering, so I got a guitar here.
I can try.
You can give me that one. And you can try this one.
Okay. Okay.
So how does it feel?
It's very different.
Okay.
And it's bigger.
Yeah.
And I feel the strings in my fingers, obviously.
Yeah, but that's normal because it's a guitar.
I know.
Okay.
You want me to try?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you learned the shapes.
Yes.
And you can play them on the real guitar.
Yes.
So in that sense it works. But I didn't hear all the strings.
True.
Do you think if you learned to play guitar on this thing, you could play guitar on a real guitar?
Well, I think since knowing the shapes I put my hands in, I think it's easier to translate it to a normal guitar, but I'm not used to keeping my fingers in the right position.
So you'd still have to learn some things on a real guitar.
Yeah, I think so.
You couldn't just take a real guitar and play having only played on this.
No, it's not a one-on-one translation, I think.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Which one do you think is more fun?
For me personally, I'd say the AeroBand because it's just easier with the painless. It's painless for my fingers, which is nice. But I think it would be nicer to play on a real guitar.
Yes, because that's an instrument, and this is not something you could gig with or
no, I don't think
perform
so.
with.
No.
But you don't want to perform.
No, I don't want to perform.
So, for some people, it might be okay. You tried the app?
Yes.
Insert clip of the app here. How did you find the app?
I found the app actually quite fun.
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah. So that's because I'm not a guitarist.
Yeah. No, that's fine. And the playing a song is like playing Guitar Hero.
Yeah, exactly.
And we
It
grew up
back.
with the Guitar Hero. We really like Guitar Hero, so.
It did ask me to keep a sense of rhythm, of course.
Yeah.
So that was nice. But
True.
as for chords or anything, it didn't teach me anything. But yeah, well, I think for kids, for example, it might be fun as well because it's pretty easy.
Yes.
And still, you feel like you're making music, so that's really nice.
That's a good thing. Yeah. Do you have any complaints?
Well, I think when playing, when replacing my fingers, sometimes the notes. You can actually hear it probably when
sometimes when you change chord shapes, it thinks you're doing a hammer-on.
Yeah, well, if you say so.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, and one complaint I heard from her that she forgot probably is that the strings here are very loud.
Oh yeah, true.
So when you turn down the volume of the guitar to practice, you hear the strings more than the guitar. You can pretty much only put it on the loudest to really only hear the guitar.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, so in conclusion, the AeroBand guitar. It's a bit of a weird product and I wouldn't recommend it to any beginner. She had fun with it, so I think she's the perfect use case for it. Someone who just likes to try some chords at home with no further ambition than that. Mostly because I pushed her to do it. So if you're an advanced user who likes to control MIDI with synthesizers and stuff like that, then I think it becomes a pretty cool product, and that's what I would use it for mostly, because I'm not a beginner. I know how to play guitar, and I also teach guitar, and you can buy a cheap guitar for like $60 or euros. This one is 10 times that, and as you can see, it doesn't translate one-to-one to an acoustic guitar, so not even electric. So it's easy to learn on, it's hard to translate it to a real guitar. It's a really cool MIDI controller. Also, you can use it as a Bluetooth speaker, and it sounds really good when you use it for that. But who's gonna carry a whole guitar around as a Bluetooth speaker? I mean, kom je even? So, if you want to see more of me, what do you have to do?
Like and subscribe.
And leave a comment. Duimpje.